Okay, so this is cold start. It's 65 degrees in the garage. I don't have a throttle cable hooked up yet, so I have to hand throttle it. I haven't done any other modifications to the carburetor. Haven't checked any float levels, haven't done anything. There's definitely a couple vacuum leaks in the intake runners. Those vacuum leaks aren't severe though, they're just spring ether at the fittings just barely affects the idle. But there is definite leaks. That clicking, you might hear that clicking, that's a 1200 electric fuel pump. Give it some juice. Give it a little choke. Some more juice. Idle up a little bit. There we go. Much better. Accelerates no choke. No spitting, no popping, no backfire. Okay, it's been running about 5 minutes now. Temperature is right at the bottom of the thick bar on the gauge. So I'm going to turn it off. One difference from the first start to today is I didn't have my external alternator installed, which meant the engine was running completely with no load whatsoever. Even with the original stator, there's load. So the rev was quite a bit better yesterday. It's still really good, but there's definitely a load, which slowed down the rev some. And the battery's low. So the alternator is pretty much quite a bit of load on the engine right now, charging the battery along with all the lights. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to start it and readjust the idle mixture a little bit and see what that does. speed is a little bit lopey. Return to idle is quick, but it doesn't return to the same idle it was at. A little bit higher. Then it settles down after a minute. Still have the power valve in this carburetor that could be causing it, and there's no float bowl vent that we were seeing in Joe Drum's carburetor, and also in West GL's carburetor. And according to the rebuilder, was that Tom? Said that bowl vent is important, so I may fit one with it. With the alternator in place, there's a definite difference in acceleration. You can really feel the load, but acceleration is good. And with the load of the alternator, it does smooth out the idle. And the Volkswagen Plenum there is cold and sweating. Nowhere near icing. Should also keep in mind this carburetor came rebuilt, and some of the fittings, I think there's what, 1 or 2 solenoid valves, they were actually loose, and the fitting, the fuel line fitting, pulled out. It's pressed in and it pulled right out, so it was loose. So I haven't done anything to this carburetor. I just looked at the jets and made sure they were tight. So, you know, loose fittings kind of leads me to believe that the float level may not be right. So I should go through this and, you know, make sure everything's tight and clean and set properly. Now, so far it's just been idling in the garage, revs, and that's it. And so I'm taking a look at the plugs here. I don't know, you know, how accurate this is an indication of what's going on, but kind of tells me, you know, a little bit. Lean or rich. We've got the left side front cylinder. Looks okay at gray, a little black. Rear cylinder right there is dark, running rich. Move over to the right side. And they're both dark, so it's running rich.